Hello world. I got quite a few comments on my last HYPERPOP preset video asking for a more in-depth tutorial showing you guys how I plug my vocals into the preset. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown and how-to on how I do it. I'm by no means a professional artist. I consider myself to be a mediocre producer and musician at best, but I see no reason not to share all my techniques and give you guys everything I have. So this is how I would go about using my preset, and this is my custom preset. As always, the download will be in the description, and I'm going to try to make this quick and easy for you guys. Thanks for listening, and I super hope this helps you guys. Alright, so go ahead, right off the bat, go ahead and open up the To the Moon vocal preset, FLP, in the description. I'm just going to go grab the actual vocals from the preset and start from scratch with naked vocals. Start with one vocal take. And in this preset, you're going to want to split your vocals into 3, so I'll show you how to do that. All you need to do is take your take and hold shift, click and drag to make a second one. Then in the upper left corner here, you hit make unique and it'll make a unique copy. And then take that unique copy or the original. If you've pitch altered in any way, the unique copy, then you 100% want to do it from the original. Make that one unique as well. Now you have 3 copies of the same vocal. Make sure they're lined up. Now you're going to want to go ahead and see what number in the mixer these tracks are. We have 20, 21, and 22. So you're going to want to take these 3 takes. Pop 1 in 21, 1 in 22, and 1 in 23. These takes have not been cleaned up with noise cleaning. I can teach you guys about that if you'd like in another tutorial, but I suggest doing that with all your vocals to get rid of background noise and fuzziness. Now, at this point, you should have your vocal takes split into 3, put into these 3 presets, and then you should have them all running to the bus by routing them all to the bus. If you don't know how to route tracks, basically all that means is taking specific tracks in the mixer and then having them play through a separate track, in this case the bus, before they're sent to the master. So you highlight all 3 of these tracks, 20, 21, and 22, and then you right click whatever is the bus. For us it's going to be 23 here, and then when you right click it, there'll be a white square that'll appear. It says route to this track only. You guys can't see it because you can't see the interface fully, but you route to this track only, and now all 3 of these are routed to the bus. Now, at this point, already you're going to notice an extreme effect. Here, I'll start with the all effects off. And we could take a look at how that sounds. It's going to be embarrassingly bad, so please don't judge me. Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more. They don't know what's all in store. We gon' take it back for sure. I don't even care what you say yet. So obviously that is extremely embarrassing, and let's see what the effects do to that and how different it sounds. Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more. They don't know what's all in store. We gon' take it back for sure. I don't even care what you say yet. Money isn't real. That shows you how to get the basic preset to work just by inputting your tracks, but from there, let's head on into a little bit of the mixing. So the first thing you're going to notice, this track here calls for a high, a harsh high. So what you're going to want to do is find whichever track is linked to that track, which is track 22. For me, it's this one. And you're going to want to go to time stretching and then increase the pitch all the way up 1200 cents, which is a full octave. So you're octave shifting your voice up 1 octave. And let's see how that sounds in the mix.
Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more. They don't know what's all in store.
So now we're getting even closer to the effect that we were looking for. From there, you can go ahead and look at the formatting that the Auto-Tune's providing. For me, I use Antares, but I will show you guys a way that you can use Pitcher instead if you guys don't have access to Antares. And I got a quick suggestion for all the producers out there. Black Friday is your time to save. Almost all of the plugins I've gotten, even Serum, you know, you got to look around, and Black Friday is the time of the year to get plugins for cheap. Save that pocket money for sure. Okay, so taking a look at the formatting here. For the main formatted vocal, I prefer to keep it in the range of 60 to 75. That's just for the effect I'm going for. I'll play it for you guys.
Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more.
As you can see, that kind of shifts around the pitching, and I really like it. I just like where it sits, especially as it mixes with the other vocals. And then taking a look at the high-pitched vocal, it is formatting in the other direction, increasing the throat length. So let's take a listen to that.
Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more.
I think it gives it a more airy effect, like takes up more air than the other one, if that makes any sense, but that's just personally how I feel about it. So those are the settings I would adjust it to, between 140 to 160 for the throat length on the formatting shift of the high-pitched. And then from there, there's only a few things like a limiter, a paramedic, and a reverb that you really need to adjust, and that's all up to personal preference. And that kind of stuff is super basic, so if you need a tutorial on reverb or EQ, I think you can find that like almost anywhere on YouTube. But if you'd like one from me for some reason, just let me know. I can help you guys out 100%. One thing I will say, these limiters are just for gain, so you won't need to mess with the ceilings here much. There's extremely harsh paramedic EQ here that does not need to be this harsh at all. This is a personal choice to thin out my main vocals so that my formatted vocals take over that kind of range, but this can easily be shifted back to bass, easily. And it doesn't, if you just bring it to a default and gradually decrease it, it doesn't have to be such a sharp cut. That's just a personal cut that I do. So it's up to you guys. That's like the main paramedic EQing. As far as stereo shaping, it's up to you guys how you want your vocals to surround each other, and that's kind of personal preference once again. And then I'd say as far as the bus, there's just a few things to go over. It's just a compressor, a sound goodizer, and a limiter. The limiter, you're going to actually want to adjust the ceiling on this one, unlike the others, and then adjust the gain as well. And then the sound goodizer is just a knob. Personally, I like to keep the sound goodizer on A, and I'll show you guys me turning up and down the A so we can see how that sounds. It just seems to fill in the beat with your voice the more you turn it up. I literally don't know anything about sound goodizer. I can mess with the Maximus a little on my own, but I prefer sound goodizer for this kind of simple application. So let's take a look and see what it does here.
Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more. They don't know what's all in store. We gon' take it back for sure.
So that provides a lot of blending and can help you raise and lower your vocals without even having to raise and lower the actual mixer tracks themselves. And then another thing that I just wanted to mention quickly with using this particular preset, instead of lifting this up and down, it's nice to mess with the limiter or highlight all three of these and then adjust the way that they go up and down, so you don't necessarily have to adjust the way they're mixing with each other, but you can still adjust the overall gain, if that makes sense. One more quick thing, the compressor. If you would like to compress your vocals more harshly, just adjust the ratio to 4. Otherwise, keep it at 2. I wouldn't suggest going higher than 4. That's just my personal opinion. For threshold, this range can be wide. It's really up to you how much gain you want to add and how much compression overall you want to add. But other than that, that should cover how to apply your own vocals to a vocal preset and how to set up the preset how you'd like. The last thing that I'm going to go over for you guys is how to replace Antares with pitcher in this particular setup if you happen to not have Antares. So I'm going to go ahead and hit replace here with Antares and put pitcher in. It's in B major, so I'm going to switch that over. So the way that format shifting works inside of pitcher is it's like male to female type of formatting. You just click the format, and if you want to go higher shift, which is like increased throat length in Antares, you go towards the woman. And then if you want a deeper formatting, which is like a decrease in throat length, then you would go towards male. And I'll show you how that gives an effect right now.
Bleed the rich and feed the poor. They're still hungry, they want more. They don't know what's all in store. We gon' take.
So some people prefer that form, even if they do have Antares. Pitcher has always been like a fan favorite of FL users, so I wanted to give you guys that option if you were to use pitcher. But that should about do it on this tutorial. Thank you guys for listening. If you want any more tutorials on how to do specific vocal shifting or vocoding, if you want to use MIDIs to vocode your voice, or any other hyperpop techniques, let me know, and I'm more than happy to help. If you want anything on glitchcore, I can show you guys more about that. But like I said, I'm just me, a basic musician, and I do not know anything. I'm always glad to help, though. Thank you for listening, and I hope you guys tune back in. Have an awesome day, and may the love live on, always.
I adore you 1.3. I'm a human crypto key. Turn our art to NFTs.
It's Dogecoin.
Never need to ask that. Got a blockchain pack in my bag.